Welcome to today's Explainer. We're doing something incredibly practical today. We're taking the deep, timeless philosophical concepts from a piece called The Intimate Secretary, and, well, we're translating them into a highly actionable guide for modern corporate communication. Whether you're leading a massive team or just trying to navigate everyday office dynamics, how you communicate is literally everything.
Words are not neutral. They can build or destroy. Just let that land for a second. We live in this world of instant workplace messaging, right? Think about your daily environment. A frustrated Slack rant or some hastily typed email sent in the heat of the moment, it isn't just text on a screen. It has the very real power to completely fracture a team or destroy morale. Words carry serious weight.
So here's our roadmap for mastering this discretion. First, trust in the workplace. Second, the danger of careless speech. Third, the power of silence. Fourth, balancing loyalty and truth. And finally, speech reveals your character.
Section 1. Trust in the workplace, the foundation of professional relationships.
The source material actually presents this concept of the intimate secretary not just as some dusty historical philosophy, but as the ultimate model for a trusted professional today. Think of that one person in your office that absolutely everyone relies on. You know, the person trusted deeply with words, information, and really heavy responsibilities. That is the modern intimate secretary.
And trust has these sacred rules. It's earned slowly, it's broken easily, and it's restored with extreme difficulty. Think about how true this is in your own life. You can spend literally years building a reputation as a reliable, steady colleague, but a single careless email can undo all of that hard work in seconds. Trust is fragile, and we have to honor it.
Moving right along, Section 2, the danger of careless speech, when words become weapons.
There's a really crucial contrast here between careless speech and discretion. Careless speech is the gossip, the betrayal, and those reckless reactions that create lasting harm. It's like hitting reply all in a moment of pure anger. Discretion, on the other hand, is restraint. It's the maturity of protecting privacy and acting with a full awareness of the consequences of what you're putting out there.
To really drive this home, the philosopher Albert Pike states, speech is a form of action. It's so easy to think of talking or typing as passive, right? But in a corporate setting, what we say carries severe weight. Words are actions that generate real-world consequences. When you speak, you are actively doing something to your environment.
Which brings us to Section 3, the power of silence, mastering discretion in the office.
Not everything that can be said should be said. Just let that sink in for a moment. In a corporate culture that constantly demands we share our opinions instantly, holding back is often the strongest sign of professional maturity. Choosing silence is absolutely your ultimate defense against impulsive reactions.
So, let's walk through a totally actionable 3-step framework for choosing silence over those impulsive reactions, because we really want to turn this philosophical wisdom into a daily habit. Step 1. Recognize speech as an action with consequences. Just pause before you speak or type. Step 2. Judge what should actually be shared. Ask yourself, is this necessary or am I just venting? And Step 3. Choose silence to avoid unnecessary harm. Discretion isn't about being secretive, it's about wisdom in action.
Now, there are 3 essential components that absolutely have to guide your corporate communication: honesty, integrity, and discretion. The big takeaway here is that honesty must always be balanced with discretion. You can absolutely be entirely truthful without being reckless.
All right, Section 4, balancing loyalty and truth, navigating workplace conflicts.
We constantly face this tension of loyalty to others versus loyalty to truth. On one hand, of course, you want to protect your colleagues and maintain your team bonds. But on the other, you have this ethical duty to speak honestly and align with justice. So when should you protect someone and when should you speak up? Well, the source insists that true, principled loyalty is never blind. It must ultimately align with truth and justice.
And finally, Section 5, speech reveals your character. You are what you say.
You know, you're judged by so much more than your resume. What your words show goes way beyond your hard skills. They reveal your values, your intentions, and critically, your level of self-control. The modern intimate secretary is judged by the moral character revealed through how they communicate. Having that restraint and discretion reflects ultimate maturity.
I want to wrap up this explainer by challenging you directly with this really profound reflection from the source. When faced with difficult truths, do you choose silence, honesty, or avoidance? Think about your own habits at work. Do your words build trust, or do they kind of weaken it? I'm going to leave you to ponder how your own words shape your professional world. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.